Okay, right. Howdy, partners! Welcome back to Valheim. Oh, cleared up throat. So, right, okay, we'll start in any second. I'm just got to getting the chat up. I've got a thing that shows you the bit rate and all that. It's a bit cluttered, that's the only trouble. So, I don't know if all this stuff works, but apparently we'll have it on. I'll try and keep up with the chat. I don't get many people come in on chat, but that's because I'm a little bit unreliable on Twitch. So from last time, we're carrying on from last time where we were running around. I think at some point we went into one of those barrows and found some bones and things, and we found some of those circling things. So what I did since last time, I've just upgraded this axe, this flint axe, so that should make it last a bit, be a bit stronger. And I've done the shield, so that's all I've done. That's still got the same outfit on, and I've got a few bits of resources. I'll just dump that a minute. We're running low on the scraps, and we're running low on that. That's funny, I just had it all sorted into a nice order, and now it's all changed. I wonder why it does that. I never know why nothing ever seems to go in the right place. It seems to keep moving all the time, and you get it all nicely organised. Never mind. And I've always got to reset my camera every time. So I don't know. I don't remember this stuff. So we've got some of that stuff. So I've got a few boxes. I've got some food in there. I'll take one of those. It's a bit awkward trying to transfer this, but I do find it a little bit kind of tricky. This whole transfer system, instead of being like a one button, it's like hold two buttons down while you're doing it. It's kind of odd, but I suppose early access, people do it differently. Maybe they'll sort that out a little bit better toward the game. Now I've just slept. Now you just missed, because it was like 5 minutes ago, I just had a raid on my cabin here. It said Eikthyr, or whatever his name is, that kind of creature that we got to face at some point. Hang on, I'll try and look at the map. No, wrong button. With this game I get everything wrong because all the buttons are completely different than normal. Yeah, where this guy is here, this Eikthyr, he just said the forest is moving, and he sent a load of animals to me to, to kind of get revenge on me or something. Or it seems like every now and again you're going to get them move on you. So I'm going to go for these deer a minute because I'm a little bit short on this stuff. Oh, I may have missed over here. I'm usually pretty good and get it every time. Oh, I did get him, but I didn't get the second one. Okay, at least I've got him. Hope the magnetism works this time, because sometimes it switches itself off, and the only way to cure it is sometimes either to go to sleep or reload your game in, which does seem a little bit unprotective. And then these guys come along. They're always a bit odd when they run away, run back, run away, run back. Confusing. I suppose is the mechanic of the game, but there's a couple of little quirks about this game, which are I find annoying, but it's got a lot of strength as well, so it kind of makes up for it in its strength. Okay, so we built a little hut last time. Got a little bit of honey up there. So we're kind of moving on. I shouldn't really have gone into that barrow. That was a bit high kind of level really for this start. But I thought I'd chance it, and it seemed to work. So we did get a couple of things. Now let me just see how many certain things I got. So it's got a kind of house a little bit tidied up. It's not quite as crummy as it was. Where's those certain things? 5. So I think we need 10 of these. But then again, I could be totally wrong. Hang on. So welcome Twitch, welcome YouTube, because I'm putting this on YouTube as well. Let me just see what we can work towards. Now I'm not going to build this raft. The raft is a waste of time apparently. This is the one game where I have looked up a little bit of stuff, or watched Jess, because it is a tough game, and it's hard to learn this stuff. Now I could do with that, because apparently you can increase the crafting level by getting additional things. So if you do a bench and then you do that one, that goes up one level, and then this one goes up a second level. These are the two things that we could get if we got those circling cores. You only need 5. So what you can do is do that, get put a load of wood in it and turn it to coal, and then you can destroy it because you get all the resources back, including the circling cores. And then you could, when you've done up a load of coal, then you can put this down, and that saves you having to get 10 circling cores. You can just use the 5 twice. And that seems like jolly good advice to me. It just saves me going back in there, because really I shouldn't be going in there. There is also a sign, and I think this also improves your crafting level as well. But we need a load of those deer things, which we haven't got a lot of. Right. It has got its quirks with the controls. The controls are a little bit tricky because instead of buttons, it's like you push up on the D-pad. It's kind of odd how it does things. And to dodge, instead of just pressing the B button, which is not being used at all. I'm pressing the button, nothing's happening here. So it could have been the dodge button. Is you got to press and hold the left button and then do a dodge. So it's a little bit, I don't know why that decision's made, but so it could do with just cleaning up a little bit, this game, to make it kind of into a really fantastic game. Because at the moment I'm really enjoying it, but the frustrating to putting me and my daughter off, it really does put me off. So we'll get back to it and we'll try and move on. So we could do with some deer, because we need those to upgrade stuff. So now I've upgraded this axe and this shield. Apparently it's good for blocking, so if you press block like that, and apparently that puts it on your back. Well, I didn't even know that. Wow. But yeah, if you can time this block, which is slow, well, actually it's not that slow, so you just got to get the timing right. Then they stagger back. Well, they stagger back if I hit them with the thing anyway, so I don't know why that is a thing, really. But there you go. But apparently, get some of the bigger ones, they don't stagger, so therefore if you do it with that you will get the stagger. So there you go. And the round one does a stagger, the square one, which blocks more, doesn't. So you kind of take your choice which you're good at. I'm not really good at the timing. So we went to the Black Forest a bit early, so let's look at the map. Wrong one. We went over here. We did find a little hut nearby. I can't. So what I could do actually is I could do, because I could go and get some copper, perhaps. Although we got to beat. I'll tell you what we'll work towards. Sort yourself out, Ray. I'll tell you what we'll work towards. We need to kill the first boss. Really, that's what we need to do, because that will open up the next level. It's got a kind of odd system how you got to go around here. It's strange. So we haven't got many of those. So let me put this in the chest a minute. I'll cook some meat. We haven't got many of those. So let's cook the meat. Whatever you do, don't walk away from the cooking the meat. I do it all the time when I'm playing. I keep forgetting the meat and going off and do something else while I'm waiting. But it doesn't take that long, and it turns into coal instead of food, which is, not a good one, is it? Right, let me just look, see if there's anybody on text. And immediately it turns off. I don't know what's up with the tablets today, but they're built not to last. So that's why they clog up, go slower and slower until you give up and buy another one. That's the whole point. So now it's the app that I had up is not even available now. So yeah, it's why this is stuff that annoys me. It's even the apps don't work. What is it with apps? They were so good and now they don't seem to work anymore. It's because you keep changing them. That's why. It's because you keep having to upgrade them, and that ends up making them worse and worse sometimes. And so far, I found every time an app upgrades, it's always worse than it was before. On Twitch or YouTube. So it just makes them slower and slower and more likely to fail. Right, and I'll just repeat myself. Yeah. Right, I'm just keeping up, 'cause I want to keep an eye on the chat. Right, and I've left that now, and I presume it's gone to coal. Yes. You see? This is what you... So any slight distraction... So I fell for that one, didn't I? I've got 3 coal now. I don't want to waste. I don't know about you, but... How come food turns into coal? I mean, does it? I suppose if you burn it and burn it and burn it, it goes black. So maybe... I mean, it's not coal, but... Well, I don't know, I'm not going to fight it. I mean, come on. So what I'm thinking is build this smelter thing. I mean, it's not probably a good place to put this house. Come to think of it. Map. But it's not bad. It's by the water. It's near the Black Forest. So it's not actually that bad. And I don't know where my next target is, but we got to try and kill this. Okay, once we do that, the possibilities are opened to the future of mankind. So, what do we need? Let's go there. Okay, let's find out. So really, we need to get there. That is our quest. We need to possibly upgrade our gear. So all we need to do is get the best that we got gear-wise. And keep out of the way of the guy. Preferably do a square shield, because I find that blocks a lot of the damage. We ingested this where we took on the boss, and you can block 99% of the damage with the square shield, so that's why I'll be going for that. Oh, I thought I'd missed him, but luckily I've got it. You have got to aim high on this. It doesn't go very far before it falls. So if we go here, it will tell us what we need to offer, right? And if is this the right one? Hunt his kin. So that's hunt his kin. What you got to do is, I think you have to get the. Think, Ray. Think. You have to get the deer trophies, right? Oh yeah, don't get to pick up these. Good idea to mark them, to be honest. Every time we find anything like this, any kind of plant, right, mark it on the map. Just do a dot and just put rasp or something. Don't have it too long. You know, maybe just do RB. You know, yeah, rasp. I tend to just put rasp because I'm funny like that. Right, now we've got some meat this time. Right, okay, what we do, we're not going to walk away from it this time. If I walk away from it, please tell me to stop walking away from it. Because I do this all the time. And I don't know how much food I've wasted in my life, but it's a ridiculous amount. I got the bit rate kind of lower because as soon as the bit rate goes, the sound goes, and that's probably just as worse as trying to go higher. You know, I find at least the sound doesn't go. What has happened to Twitch and Microsoft, I don't know. Because now, for some reason, it won't even do it at the highest level at any kind of reliability. So I don't know what's going on with the whole scenario with streaming on Xbox. It's become very, very disappointing, to say the least. So, we have to collect 10 of these deer trophies, so let's see how many we got. Let me put those away. I don't know why this is just not a one button press, but I don't know, it's a 2-button press all the time. It's a bit odd. But, yeah, I'm not going to argue with them. Yeah. So, what we need is, I do believe we need a certain number of these. I'm not sure how many. So we need to get a few of those, right? Okay, let's get a few of those. Need to get some deer, right? Okay, so I mean, hopefully we'll get into something, you know, exciting to watch. But as with all these survival games, they tend to be slow progression. They put obstacles in your way to slow you down. I think it's a mechanic purely where there's not a huge amount of content in the game, but it just prolongs it as long as possible, so it seems like you're getting a good deal. That's how that is the way I think they work. And so, which is why sometimes people, use mods or whatever to kind of cheat their way. I can get up those levels quicker. So, so really, that's what it's all about. It's I haven't met many survival games which actually get the balance perfect. I've only found out a couple that have ever done that. Subnautica was brilliant on that. That had it so that it was never a lot of stuff to collect for you to progress. It always, just give you a nice fair sum. It was really good, the progression in that. And I feel a lot of these survival games, they're very, very slow. Deliberate things put in your way to slow you down. Purely to just make it last a long time. But that's my opinion, you can stick with it. I can join those two together, no I can't. So we need these leather scraps, we need these deer trophies. So we're looking for deers, and we've got to try not to frighten them off. And we've got to kind of creep up. And all the time our skill will go up with sneaking. I should be marking these, I know, shouldn't I? So you go there, I tend to do the dot, but it's nice and small. And just do rasp. Not strawberries as I was putting in my first couple of recordings. For some reason I was doing that. Right, so it's a good idea to mark these because they keep respawning, and it's the same with everything else. The barrows, they're always in the same places. They always stay in the same places all the time, so always mark stuff. So at least you know what's what and where to get it next time. If you don't, then you wander around like an idiot. Right. These are like hard trees, so you can't do these yet. And these are pain. These guys, they like come towards you, or go away. Come towards you, go away. So sometimes you go to hit them, and then they've walked away, so you miss, which wastes vital stamina. I know some weird as I say, weird idiosyncrasies about this game, which makes it a little bit tough. Especially the huge cliffs, which are so slippery, it's like they're covered in ice, which is the most slippery hillsides and mountains I have ever seen in a game, because sometimes a 6-inch, slightly angled piece of rock, and you can't get up it, unless you're a higher level and you can jump really high. It seems rather rather odd. So, sorry if I'm going on about it, but to my mind it stops this game being a really, really top game. It's just little things like that, which would just help to elevate this game to a higher level. And yeah, I know I'm complaining again. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying my opinion, which means nothing. There's a lot of people play this and they absolutely love it. But I have seen some criticisms, and I thought I'd join in. At night it's always a bit dangerous. So I hope you'll find this interesting. I mean, if not, Bob's your uncle. Nobody on text, I'm going to keep an eye on it, don't worry. But yeah, some of these mountains, God, they are challenging. Yeah, I feel like they shouldn't be angled so much, or just shouldn't be so slippery. It's ridiculous when you're trying to get up something that's 6 inches high. You can't get out, and there's something in the water trying to smush you, and you can't get out purely because it's 6 inches. Look how steep that is. You get stuck down there, you might have a hell of a job getting out. Especially if you die down there and your stamina goes down to like 25. You may as well not bother, because you're never going to get out of it. And that's annoying, I find. I love your feathers, thank you very much. Plus the magnetism feature going off is also a bit of a grind. Right, I'm going to go back to the house because it's night time and should never be out at night. My daughter ignored that, or didn't really notice it, and just worked her way through it. But it is a bad thing to be out at night. The first clue is the eerie music. So I'll probably do this about an hour or so, maybe hour and a half tops. And hopefully you can hear me alright. I got the headphones around my neck so that it's not on my head, because I do get a bad neck. So that does help with that. But sometimes, you know, if I turn my head, obviously it's going to go a little bit further away from the mic. So therefore, you know, it might mean you can't hear me sometimes. It tends to go up and down like a yo-yo on Twitch. I don't know why. I do it on the PlayStation and it's absolutely rock solid the same the whole time. I come on Xbox and Twitch and it's like it's going up and down like a flaming yo-yo. So I don't know what it is. Sort that out. It goes like that. And then we get some kip. I can see where the bed is. Just there, right. Let's have some kip. Right, have I got a drink? I haven't got a drink, that's going to be odd, because it's attached to the line. I lie on the battlefield. Right, I'm just seeing if my charger's charged up my controller. It's almost done now. Right, man, it's pitch black in here, isn't it? Right, so it's those deer things. Now, I don't think I'm really equipped to kill that monster, but apparently fire arrows is a good one. So what I did was I made some fire arrows. They just need some resin and some wood. I know those just need wood. That just are just ones that I found while I've been searching around in the chests. So those are a better one, because that gives you 27 pierce and that one only gives you 22. But this one gives you 11 pierce, which is less, but it does 22 fire damage. And I don't know what the 6 to 13 means. I've no idea what that means. Someone could let me know, that would be very appreciative. It could mean it throws a random number between 6 and 13 added on to that. I've no idea. Or it could mean, I don't know what it means. To be honest, I don't know what that means. It's not explained really. So we need a lot of fire arrows, which is just resin and stuff. But I need the deer trophies, because I would like to get past this first boss, and that's when the game opens up a bit. And we just got to avoid his blows. And generally find animals. I would like to move on. Now, me and Jess have gone a lot further on. We've gone past that first one and we're working up to the next one, which is a real horrible one apparently. Because, you know, some real... Is that a boar? If that's a boar, then they tend to attack you, so I don't mind those, because I want them to attack me, so I can obliterate them. So having it upgraded means it's now one hit, which is a lot better. So we need those leather scraps, we need the deer trophies. And I can eat another bite. It seems like you never ever seem to get full health in this game. It's like you're always struggling to get full health. It's a little bit annoying. And it goes up so slow. Look at it. In just tiny little niblets. I've never seen it move so slow in my life. It's like even if you sit down and you get this kind of rested kind of state, even though you're not by a fire, it's still slow. This is what kills the game for me. It's this very slow regeneration rate. My God, the humans have got amazing stamina. And why it should be that restrictive, I don't know. We can recover far quicker than you think. Right, more raspberries. that with 2 A's then. So sorry if I'm whinge every now and again, but this game is like that. It's very good. It's very, you know, you really want to get into it, but it's also very annoying and punishing at the same time. It's hard to know where to go with this game. It's like, do I like it? Do I not like it? It's kind of hard to, you know, to rate it really. You want to like it, but there's always these things holding you back. I need the trophies. Please give me the trophies. And now the kind of magnetism bit isn't working. It's what annoys me is sometimes it works, sometimes it turns off. These are little tiny. That is my most annoying one. Is sometimes you just can't pick up stuff. It doesn't magnetically attract you, so you got to go and sleep or quit the game and come back in again. I know they're on a tundra, tight rain and all that lot, but crikey. At least work on those kind of minor ones. Sorry, I might be moaning a bit. So I still haven't got a deer trophy. So it's going to take a while. Yeah, it all seems to be very slow, the rate at which you pick stuff up in games, isn't it? But it's a deliberate ploy. But the bit I do like is the fact that it does repairing for free. And when you destroy a wall or whatever, or a bench or anything like that, it gives you all the resources back. So in some ways it does a tremendous job of doing stuff like that. But at the same time it does horrible things that, you know, make me want to quit. So I'm kind of half and half on this game at the moment. Don't know whether I like it or not. And yeah, watch out for these tremendous cliffs. They are a nightmare to climb up. You know, you end up having to build ladders to get out of the things. It's a bit odd. Rock isn't that slippery. It's only slippery when it's wet. So there's a nice lot of raspberries here, all in one spot. So it's another one to mark. So you tend to spend a lot of time marking stuff. But that just saves developers having to put things down. You know, they're in a small company, so obviously they're just trying to get it out there and get some funds in and try and do enough to kind of whet people's appetite. Mine is soaking. That's the first joke. I thought I'd throw that one in. If there's anybody in chat, is there anybody in chat? You know, I always wish and hope for for somebody to come in to chat on Twitch, but so far I can't seem to attract anybody. I'm not surprised. I mean, I never advertise when I'm going to stream. It's always like, oh, suddenly I'm streaming. So, you know, I don't blame you people for not coming into my channel. You know, I don't exactly assist you much. But it's because mainly I concentrate on YouTube, and this is purely talking about Xbox stuff on YouTube. That's, you know, the reason. So you could say I use you a bit. But at the expense of people watching. But it's also partly due to my neck, you see. I do get a bad neck. It does ache sometimes for several days, so I have to go easy on this stuff, and so I've got to pick a day, you know. That's why it's a little bit irregular. It's because, you know, I can't necessarily do it on the day I would normally do. I might have to wait another couple of days, so that's why it's a bit erratic. I try to keep the schedule on YouTube, but it's a bit easier on that because I don't have something on me head which hurts my neck. But I'm kind of trying it this way, which means sometimes the sound of my voice would be a little bit quieter. But it's the only way I can stream without hurting my neck too much. So I hope you'll understand on that. So always aim a bit high on these. I usually go about twice their height. That seems to be a good kind of way to do it. But obviously if you're very far away, then now there's a trophy, so that's one. So if you're very far away, then obviously go even higher again. And also you've got to be slightly to the right. It just seems to be a little bit off on the accuracy. But, you know, although that's, you know, slightly annoying, you know, that's easy to get past because you just get used to it. But it would be nice if it was straight, wouldn't it? Zilch. One good thing about those, you know, when these things, you know, when these creatures attack you, you know, or Eikthyr or whatever his name is, you know, gets angry and sends all the forest creatures to you. Luckily, it's just creatures at the start, but later on it'll be the other thugs, and then the bigger ones, and then the poisonous ones. You know, it'll be all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you do get some resources from it, so that's a good thing about it. You know, you get a load of meat and stuff. Oh. Yeah, you can never get these guys. I have tried, and unless you're lucky, because as soon as you do that, you kind of stop. So 9 times out of 10, you miss the shot because you stop. The only thing you do is that this guy gets stuck in a tree, but because your stamina is so abysmal in this game, you just can't run any sort of length for very long. And I'll keep on harping about that until they do something about it, because unfortunately it kind of ruins it for me and Jess. I know, you know, it doesn't really matter about me and Jess, but I'm sure other people don't like it either. It's it really does punish you, this game, for some unknown reason. You know, all I want to do is run a little bit and it won't let me. We can run for miles. We can run for miles. Can't stop singing lately. And these guys are a pain, aren't they? They come towards you, you hit them, and then they turn around and then you miss them because they... It's like, why do they go round and round in circles? Is it just that, like, they want it to be annoying or something? Yeah. I think a sneeze is coming. This could make the level go down. Sometimes you never know. One of the things I think, you know, just a little recommendation for the you know, the followers. I know it's very going to be forestry, but my God, there are far too many of these tiny little bushes all over the place. If you just cut this in half, the performance would take a wonderful, you know, will be a wonderful improvement. I find these forests are overgrown with little bushes, you know. You could take away some of this stuff, have less of these things. Go with a premium, go shoot right up. And there's trees. Obviously, a forest has a lot of trees, but there seems to be too many. Like, you know, for instance, that doesn't need to be two there. You're not complaining all the way through this stream. Well, just pointing out things that might help. Could say I'm being slightly critical. Slightly. Right, how many have we got? 1. So, this is what I mean about slow progression. To my mind, every time you kill a deer, you're always going to get the deer antlers. So in other words, you should be getting it with everyone, but they don't. They only give you like a percentage. And, you know, I played Horizon Zero Dawn, and that was absolutely perfect on everything. And then in the next game, Forbidden West, they decided to do this thing where you only get a percentage. I think there was a little bit of a percentage thing, but it wasn't so much of a degree. But in Forbidden West, the percentage was much lower of you getting stuff. So you have to keep endlessly killing things over and over again in the vain hope you'd get this one thing you want. And that's called slow progression. It's a deliberate tactic to hang the game out as long as possible. I'm not a big fan of something that drags things out. I don't mind a little bit of progression, but crikey, when it becomes a real drag, that's when I feel like they've gone backwards. So really, I'm just looking for deer. It's going to be a dull episode, really. And trouble is, the forests are so thick, you never know when one is going to be just round the corner. So you're always getting caught out because you can't see them. Because there's so many trees, so many of these little bushes. So it does make it harder in that. See, it's like that. I could not see that until it just showed up then. How was I ever going to, get that? And I got no chance of hitting the thing unless I'm, sheer blind luck. And then this guy comes along and completely resurrects it. And now what's the second one? These are the one things I want. And it's only hoping that AI fails that gets you this sometimes. Oh, thank God. That's a good shot, Ray. I'm really proud of that one. Yeah, that was a good one. I don't know now. I must have a brain surgery or something. Can't have. Run a long way, don't they? Go on down, buddy. So this could be a very long stream. Very boring, just trying to get 10 of these things. We only got like 5 or 6, and that's taken me the whole length of the game so far to get that, which is, God, I hate to think how many hours that is. I'm trying to hit these guys, it's flaming impossible. This is why we use exploits, developers, because some of the choices you make are bad, so we have to go to exploits to get around them. So I think that tells you something. Although some people do it, rather stupidly because they don't need to do that. A lot of people do exploits on Skyrim, but you don't need to do ridiculous amounts of things on Skyrim. You just need to play the game that's well balanced. Some people are just lazy. So yeah, trying to get a deer is a flaming nightmare. And I don't know, these look like bears sometimes. The boars, sorry. There's too much of this stuff. I find there's too much of this stuff. You're running through trying to escape something. You're always running into a bush, a stone, a rock, a log. It's like crazy. So yeah, I tend to, when I play this, I tend to be, criticising all the time because of all these things. It's a shame because, the other half of me loves it. Anyway, I'll stop streaming. This is frustrating, isn't it? But when you do something good in it, it's like, oh yeah, God, that was great. That's the trouble. It's like a vicious nightmare. It's like the good parts are like, oh yeah, I want to do it more, and then like the bad parts are like, oh, flaming out, why'd you bother? It's like a fight between the two. Right, that's those two done. I'm gonna burn this cruel. Why you need a load of these things is because you can pick up a lot of stuff sometimes. Well, I didn't burn it that time. So sort of is a bit dull, but this is called progression. And it's very, very slow, unfortunately, on some of these games. So this is what you get. We get dull, boring streams because of slow progression. So somebody comes up with a mod which increases it to try and speed it up. And you can see why. And all we got out of that, all that hunting, all that meat, right, and all we got was 1 trophy, and we need 10. See what I mean? It's slow. It's because basically there's, 5, 6 creatures, bosses. Really, if you just speed it up a bit, let's say by 50%, the game will be over in 20 hours. So it's a tactic that people use. Slows you down so the game lasts twice as long or 3 times as long. I'm not a big fan of people deliberately doing that. You know, just to keep you waiting and waiting and waiting all the time. It's a bit unfair. Right. Okay. So it's very slow. So you know, I ought to just show the interesting bits. Actually, that's a good point. We should just show the interesting bits. So we got 5, so we still need another 5. And it doesn't even tell you how many. Although actually it might only be 2. You know, it doesn't even tell you, do it? What about you? But it doesn't even tell you. Actually, let's get rid of 50 of these. I mean, I don't need that many strawberries, for goodness sake. I'll split that and I'll put that in another box as well, because that seems like a lot of strawberries to me. Could say I made a lot of tools. That's because you can sometimes accidentally craft instead of upgrade. It's easily done, unfortunately. So actually it might only be 8. If so, well, let's have a go on it, shall we? Although let's kip first. Because when we get the power of Eikthyr, you know, oh yeah, I mean, you'd think, God, that you know, you do that in games and you get this special power and suddenly you're like, oh, you're shatteringly strong. No, not in this game. You're shatteringly still weak. It's all it does is, it regenerates a little bit quicker. But when something is already very, very slow, going a bit quicker doesn't make it fast. It just makes it a tiny bit slower, you know, less slow than it was. And I've used that power purely, most of the time, I've used that power purely just to escape, because I find it's not useful in battle. So that's a bit annoying. So I think it might be 2, come to think of it. Now I've had to think about it. And, you know, that hurt my brain doing that. I think I'll have a go at it, because, do you know what? I think that's a solid plan. I don't need the hoe, so I'm going to put another bit of food up there. I feel like food could be important here. I'm going to do some more fire arrows. So what I need is resin and feathers. Right, resin, feathers. I just put resin and feathers in here. So resin. Well, I usually take the whole lot because I'm greedy like that. Just makes it easier. Alright. You know, I reckon if we got like 4, and then you've got to like go all the way around here. You know, it's not, you know, I wouldn't say it's annoying, but it's just a fraction. See, sometimes I mean to upgrade something, you know, be on that one, and accidentally be on that one, I actually craft something instead of upgrading it. Slightly annoying. And I've got the bow on, oh yes, let's repair it all. So it's like you got to do that, and then you got to like, yeah. So that does 25, so it goes up by 3. Wow. So it doesn't make a lot of difference. So I would say, let's have a go at it. I mean, you know, I'll die, probably. But, you know, a good challenge. You know, and you probably want to see some decent, fun gameplay, rather than me running around just collecting smilch. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, let's see how quickly I die, and, you know, when I do die, you know, how slow it's going to be for my stamina to go up. You know, I can't even get full health. For some reason, even having a good night's sleep, I can't even get full health for some apparent reason. Seems a bit odd. Oh god, it's a deer. See, it's like you can't see this stuff. You know, this is so dense. You can't see the animal. So 9 times out of 10, they run off because you know they run off before they see you. You know, before you see it. It does do stamina, by the way. So, hopefully this will be enough. If not, I mean, I'll do a save. Never know, I might take me back to here, which would be rather appropriate. Right, so what you got to do is put it on. I do believe you got to... Oh, I didn't pick them up, you sad life. I didn't pick up the things, you sad taste of bilge. Sorry, I know, I'm a terrible player. I'm an awful player, I really am. I come to the conclusion I'm really bad at playing games. I'll give it up. Alright, give it up then. Oh, no, I didn't mean it. I'm not schizophrenic, although I know you'd like me to be. I'm going to take a gamble as like 2 or 3. But I wouldn't recommend this in real life, you know. Gambling's not a good choice. Not in my book. I'm trying to stay positive. I really am. Right, so it's going to be the bow. It's going to be fire arrows. I think maybe 40 will be enough. If not, well, we're up against a dead beans. We just got to keep out of the way when it comes thundering in. Oh, I can't do that. Right, where's the... Not sure if you can just drop it on there, whether you got to have it on the hotbar. I know, Ray. Try doing this. Oh, you got to get a... Oh, it's doing it? Oh, okay. So that's where it's going to appear. So let's get fire in. And good luck trying to hit it. Well, it doesn't seem to be moving much, and that's good. That kind of pleases me. So we've got to keep out of the way of this thundering great big, you know, doodah. So good luck on that, because it's pretty darn destructive. I'm trying to run away from this thing, surrounded by bushes all over the freezing catapult. Is you know, it's flaming hard. You know. I mean, you see what I mean? It's a nightmare trying to escape these things. For that one reason. It's ridiculously hard to get out of the way of stuff. And half the time you miss when you bow because he turns like, you know. If they're ever turning, it's like they won't unturn. This is a bad idea. They're so busy wiggling left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. It's like 9 times out of 10 you can't get the shot in. I got the stamina. You know, do you have the stamina to run away because I want to get away from this freaking nutcase? Or do you hesitate with a bow? I mean, you fight it. This is what I'm saying about the stamina. It is so restrictive. It totally destroys this game. You don't suddenly get tired pulling back a bow. You can pull a bow for about 5 minutes before it does anything. You know, how am I supposed to run away from this thing if I've got no stamina? I know it's meant to be hard, but... Please save me from this terrible sinner. I mean, look at the movement on him. How am I supposed to whip this gigantic, enormous, rabid nutcase when I can't even run away from the lark? I mean, the only way to run away from it is to throw away your weapon. You know, it's not like, you know, he's still on you. I mean, how are you supposed to do this? Yeah, I should have had the shield, really. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Let me block it. Did that do anything? I think it did, actually. I think it did actually block. Well, okay, I'll try smashing it then. We did do this, the square one, you know. Alright, I'll do that then. Although I could do with taking something before I die. Although, That was a waste of time. So I mean, you know, it's like when when you're equipped with something, you can't run at any kind of speed because the equipment is slowing you down. When does carrying something slow a human down? It doesn't. Unless you're carrying a whacking great hammer of ridiculous prosperity, you know, it's not going to happen, is it? Not that I'm complaining, of course. Oh god, I forgot the block. Oh my god, it stopped me. It made me weapons stop. Why did I get hit? Did it turn everything off? See, this is impossible. I don't know why I bothered. It's waiting. The wait for that stamina is terrible. Honestly, it really is. Die, you evil fiddle! I can't even hit the stupid monk. I mean, it does block some of it. Because he knocks you back as well. You can't even hit the flaming tomato. What's the point? I'll get you, you cringe. It takes something, but it's going to be astronomically difficult because that happens. It's like I can't eat anything. I can't even, you know, by the time I've done that and changed that and gone that, it's too late. Oh no, now I'm down the side of a cliff. I'll never get out of that. Apparently, you've got it under control. You've got it under control. Really? I'm down to 27%. A stupid mongrel. That's it. Good. That was good rolling. But good luck trying to hit it. I switched to my bow, but I'll never get there in time. By the time I'd done that, switch back, put up both the shield and the thing, it would have been too late. Oh, you evil commander! Well, at least I'm hanging it out. Shielding bit, this bit seems to be a better method. It worked out, Ray. But God, if I could just get one shot on me thundering arrow, I'd be a happy man. Yeah, it even knocks you back, don't it? See, I can't get a flaming blow on this little tomato. Right, I got you, you vicious cringer buzz. Go on, try it, just try it, you fat slobbish. Oh, that was comfortable, that. Didn't have any problem there. Wow, why the hell did you moan all the way through that? I don't know. I don't know, because... Oh yeah, the magnetism turned off then. Obviously all that punishment made the magnetism turn... It's what I mean about the magnetism in this game. It's like... the magnetism just doesn't work. It switches off all the time. Right, there's only one way out of this, right? To save it. This is my method of curing the magnetism problem. Because you don't want to be spending your time picking it up slowly, do you? So what you do is you do the save. Then you log out. Alright? So I'm sorry you've got to do a loading screen, but I'm afraid this is something that needs to be fixed. Good game though, isn't it? Yeah, then start again. RayRay Horgaz, by the way. He's a bit of a Horgaz. The other one, the PC streaming one, is the one I did a tiny bit of on my PC, and then it got ported over to Xbox because they do crossplay. And I'll do that with my daughter, so I'm way further ahead. But there's some revenge after this where they attack you for a couple of nights, which is a bit hair-raising, and I haven't got a lot of hair. You see, and now see the magnetism comes back. Well, I'll tell you what, we cleared a load of wood out of that. I mean, and I presume this guy is going to give me some Very important information. Hello, Huggin. I won't do the silly Nordic stroke German voice. Return to the sacrificial stones with your forsaken trophy and offer it as a sacrifice to make the gods smile upon you. Alright, I lied. I did go back and, do it in Norwegian stroke, Nordic stroke. Well, don't rely on me to tell the truth. Right, okay, there's a mushroom spot there. I'm instantly thinking mushrooms. And it always resets it and goes back there. It's a bit of Frankenstein, isn't it? Oh no, it's not that, it's mush. It's the right mush. I'll tell you what, that one, that's not that difficult. I should have just blocked my way to success. But me and Jess, we just did it with arrows. And every time we did this thingy, we just blocked it, and it blocked near enough 100% of it. Almost. But actually, this shield wasn't as bad as I thought. Which just goes to show I know nothing about this game. But why would I? I'm useless. Right, okay, so what we do is... Oh, see the delay on that hit? Time I pressed the button, it was like about a 3-second delay. Not that I'm complaining, of course. I would never do that. Unless I was pushed. Right, so we go back here. Right, and we can ping it. See, I didn't know we could ping it until I saw that it said ping. And yeah, I always take both of these off. This is why I get a bit annoyed on this. Actually, I'm going to... Call me a fool, but I'm going to turn those around. I don't know why I like it that way, but for some reason, apparently I like it that way. But you take them off, instantly you can run faster. Doesn't make any difference to your stamina. But I've also got to zoom in the camera, because that doesn't remember your settings. Either. Don't want to go down there, because I won't be able to get out of the deep valley, because they're slippery, more slippier than they were in Ark Survival of old. And the less we say about that one, the better. Especially with their tactic of you have to buy the game all over again and you lose all your save. It hasn't exactly gone down well with me. So much so that, unfortunately, Jess may have to buy the game because I'm 99% not going to buy it. Because as much as they say, oh wow, it won't be buggy this time. Really? Are we going to believe that? So you put your trophy on there and you get this power, right? Your ability to run and jump is improved. Jump stamina is 6. So really all this is giving you is jump and run. It's not giving you anything else, which is a terrible ability in my... it seems ridiculous. You have been granted the power of Eikthyr. Use it in times of need. So it just means you can run away better. Really? Could you give me more hitting power? Would have been better. The next target dwells in the Black Forest. Go there, explore the lands and uncover their lost treasures and resources. Thank you, Huggin. Well, I said that without doing it in Nordic, German, stroke, whatever I usually do. Oh god, another deer just got lost. Okay, well it was only, looks like it was only 2. Good luck trying to hit that one, Ray. Well then I might hit it. Well, that's forlorn hope. That was even forlorner. I'll go back to the wooden ones. Only wooden ones, so kill those. Oh, that was quite exciting. But, when me and Jess did a battle, we decided, oh yeah, let's do our superpower. It did practically zilch. I couldn't see it was doing anything, except I could run further. So really, that's the only power this thing has, is it makes you run better, which I think is a terrible reward for going through that nightmare. I think that is viciously harsh to give us that. It could have been like better hitting power, better defense, you know, anything except run and jump. And the one thing you will need is when you're dying is you need to run and jump. So it's purely a defensive thing for running away. I find that incredibly disappointing power. And I don't know what happens on the second one, but if that's as bad as this one, I'm not looking forward to it. So I'm trying to love this game, but by God, will they put in obstacles in my way to you know, ruin our enjoyment, because my daughter's finding exactly the same thing and she's kind of stopped playing it. See, I can't run 20 yards, honestly. You know, so, you know, people do 10-mile hikes, for goodness sake. It's a mechanic. Otherwise we'd exploring this land in 5 seconds. So it's like, it's supposed to be a huge map as well, so I don't know why they've got this slow speed restriction. And the trouble is, you know, as long as I am playing this game, I'm going to be a bit critical, because it's just got things like this. They run away, come back, run away, come back. I don't think I've ever seen another game where they run away, come back, you know, just constantly. They're either, you know, they might run away after they've taken a lot of damage, then come back. But they don't run away constantly, over and over again, the whole time. So I don't know whether that's, you know, a bad programming, or whether it's just, I don't know what it is. Well, that's all right over his. Wow. Seems very inaccurate, this bow, doesn't it? So, I'm always going to be a little bit critical of this game, unfortunately, which is it's a bit of a shame, because I'm enjoying it at the same time. I'm just finding it very hard to convey that. So I'm sure you're all shouting out there, oh, I don't know why you bother. But I'm trying to force my way through it, you see. Yeah, also, why is the camera so high? Yeah, it's like, I would like it like close like that, but it's like, I'm like higher, I'm looking higher than the height of his head. I've got to go all the way back here. I mean, it's probably a good idea to go further back, because, you know, you get a wider view, so it's not a bad idea. I'm just fussy, you know, I'm just too fussy, right? Too fussy, mate. Too fussy. I'd go to sleep because it's going to be a revenge fight, probably. Although I think Jess said, because, you know, Jess knows all. She does, she knows all. She said, I think it, you know, it just happens every now and again, and it just so happened to happen after that. Because that was when it was due. So it was just sheer coincidence. So I presume she's obviously right, because, you know, I've never known her wrong yet. Right, okay, so let's get rid of the knapsack. So, the offshot of all that, if you like, you know, if you like do away with all the crunge that I was talking about. Yeah, sorry about that. But the offshoot is of all that is that we have a new thing we can do now. Yeah, I know, it's exciting, isn't it? Yeah. So, it's like, oh, what can we do with this? Well, if we go to here, right, we can now make the antler pickaxe, which is a pickaxe, not an axe. Okay? I'll just make the one. But you can make more, because, you know, apparently you can fight that thing again if you want. You know, it'd be dirt easy to kill, apparently, because, you know, if I make the square shield, yeah, this would be, you know, make everything super. Got a lot on that to do the repair. Right then, So now new things open up. Right, I could do with that. Right. Leather scraps. Right, so I'm going to take half of those, split it, go over there. So it's like 3 button presses. Alright, and then I'm going to do this one, because this one's better. This one blocks practically 100%. Almost, I just made that up. I find that one's more effective than this. This one's more effective in that it does a parry, but I'm not very good at parrying. I'm the worst parrier in existence. I think yeah, you know, if anybody's seen my parrying, you all know that is the truth, man. Oh, I could have picked a certain. Oh, I could have put a certain, you know, colour to go with it. Oh, I forgot. Sorry about that. It's gonna be a real plain one then. So I'm gonna get rid of that, even though I've like leveled it up. Seems a bit of a waste, really. You're right. It is a waste. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take all that out of there. Why? Why not? Because I want to put it here. Why? Well, you'll see in a minute. There's wisdom in more madness. Right? Hang on, I've got to work this out. This could be a test of logic here. Hang on. Let me just put that back. Could see I did that wrong there. I might have done that wrong. So what I meant to do was take all that out of there. Alright, and put some of it in there. Because this is like stuff. You know, like, you know, flowery cringe, right? Alright, and then go to that one. And take that out. Oops. Take that out. Right? And then put... God, I'll tell you what, straight on my brain. And then put that in there. No, sorry. What I'm trying to do is do the higher level stuff in here. Like that. You know, that's higher level stuff. Okay, so that's the normal level stuff. That's higher level stuff. And that is like foodie. That's how I like to describe it. Foodie woody. Alright, so more high level stuff here. Like that. See, goes in there. See, I think that's, you know, because I'm like that. I'm terribly inefficient. And bones, maybe? Alright, and then like the rest of the fruity in there. And maybe the money on there. And that nick. And maybe, you know, 50 of these hot potatoes. And I'll move that up there. I'm very, you know, I like to have things all organised. Stepper by stepper. You know, so that all the main resources are in here. I'm a bit funny like that. So, and I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put this, say, up on the end. This can be like weapons equipment. And there's also food. I'll tell you what, I'll take that some of that out of there. Yeah, I know, it's dull, isn't it? I'm going to split this. Only a terrific amount. And this could be the food container. Split that. It's like left trigger and nothing. I'll go off, say 4. I'll put that there. Well, I think that looks much more swizz now. Right. And then that there can go in there. Alright? Can you see where I'm going with this? If you can, tell me, because I ain't got a clue. Right, what I'm going to do is upgrade the wooden shield net, right? Okay, three leather scraps. Right? Okay, right, done it. Okay, we'll take out 4. Alright? Because this... Sorry, wrong one. That one, this makes this thing incredibly effective. Has great block. This will block probably 90% or more. So I find this shield is absolutely fantastic. I just wish I'd put a picture on it. So you want this, it's, you know, it's kind of unwieldy, but I'll tell you what, that would have blocked practically 90% of any damage that he did. I just don't get any parry. But I'll tell you what, for the sake of like whacking stuff, see, the trouble is when you're running away from something, you got these two on, right? You got, you know, it's like running, it's like, oh, slow. So you got to like take this off. Well, while you're stopped, that thing could be hitting you. So I wish there was a quick way of turning these things off. It's like you got to stop, do this, because you can't do it while you're running. I'll prove it to you. Look, I can't do it while I'm running. See, it's you know, it's not quite annoying. Black Forest is rich in minerals. There you'll find copper in the ground and in tin lining the ocean floor. Now go forth and strike the earth. Thank you. So I've got to take them off, run. So what we're going to do now is, we've got this pickaxe, alright? Oops, sorry. The reason I did that was because I want to put that in there. Because I want it like next door. So everything I want is all available, you know, very close. Because by the time you've done this, you know, something can hit you. So you've got to be able to switch these things fast. And as soon as you've got as a 2-button press, you've got to go like that, to push on that. You know, it's incredibly annoying. So you want it as close as possible, so there's the least amount of clicks. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is, after that triumphant, you know, give me a like on that one. I'm going to head to the Black Forest. Alright? Because now I feel like I can do a bit of damage, and I can retain a bit of damage. And in fact, come to think of it, I could do with the huge deer hammer. There's a beautifully, and this is a fabulous weapon, and especially good inside a barrow, alright, is if I go to the bottom down here, right, oh, I would like that hide thing as well. There is somewhere a massive thing you can make. I've got a feeling it's the next level up. So we have a couple of things. So what I'm going to do is, if I go to the hammer, which is 2 clicks, and go to crafting, if we could do this, this will take me up to the next level, and I'll be able to build something else. That's using a lot of scraps, isn't it? Let me see, what else can I do? So I could do the rug. That just needs 4. Seems rather a lot. You know, I'm prepared to do that. I don't know if it gives us comfort or... That? Oh, wrong one. That one. I don't quite know what it does, but I think it increases the liptitude. Oh, I don't think it does the... Wow, it's going under the floorboard now. It's a bit depressing. Wow, I can't go there. Block it by the bed, to be honest. So I'll put it by the bed. There. What if that helps, you know, it goes up a level? I didn't do it. Oh, shame. I'm almost disappointed with that. I hope you can hear me. This thing keeps moving on me neck, so you know the mouth's gonna, you know, I've only got to move 1 centimetre, and suddenly you can't hear me. Sorry about that. It's a Twitch and a Microsoft problem, not mine. Right. I can't make this wondrous, thundering, great big walloper. Okay, right. Okay, I can't make a walloper. So what I'm going to do is we're going to wallop ourselves over to the Black Forest, danger country. Right, but because I have this lovely shield now, we won't take hardly any damage from it. Although I still won't be able to run more than 2 seconds, because, you know, my health is just down 1 centimetre. It means I can't run. Yeah, and I got to wait a terrifically long time for that. Even if I sit in my house with lots of comfort, sit down on the comforting log, alright, it still goes incredibly slow. Because really I want to get back up to, you know, whatever my maximum health is, which I don't think I've ever seen it on 100 yet. So while you're trying to run away and fight something, that very slow refill there is pretty depressing to see. Because you want it to move a bit quicker than that. See what I mean? Oh god, yeah. It's only when you come to open land like this you can actually see what you're doing. This is why somebody recommended when you're on PC, turn the graphics level right down so you can see better, because you know there's so many trees and stuff all over the place. You'd be lucky to see a rabid duck from 3 miles. I meant to say a duck then, sorry about that. Here we go, down the huge slippery cliff. I don't know, I've never seen such slippery cliffs in my life. It's a restrictive measure to make it really difficult to get out of water. Look, it's like, oh, well, you know, there's a little thing there. Think I could get up that? No, sorry, no chance, mate. You're wishing, aren't you? I mean, maybe I'm level 50 and I can jump a teeny weeny bit higher, because it seems to be that all these little upgrades that you get, they take an incredibly long time to go up. You know, these you know, skills, you know, that's right, don't worry, I'm going to whinge forever on this, don't worry. Because I find, you know, these things, I saw one guy, he'd had about 3 times my level, and he still couldn't jump, you know, he still couldn't jump much higher than I could now. It's called slow progression. So, anyway, this is a nice little spot here. You know, you can do a nice little farm. Oh, I built a little house here. So it's dead handy, because it's a good idea to have a house near where you're going. So this can be like a fallback point. Right? In case you fall back. Now, normally I usually go inside the house now and, like, you know, put things in the chest, and then I come back and it's full of coal. So I'm not going to do that. So you'd have to hang it out while I hang out. What is it in games? You can never see the, you know, the crosshair. It's like, it seems to be a thing where, you know, you'd have a hell of a job to see that crosshair, Ray. Or make it really tiny and small, or a tiny little dot. I would like to see the crosshair. It's like, I mean, this is one of the better ones. I mean, let's give them a round of applause for that. This is one of the better ones. At least these, you know, this one you can kind of see. Oh, terrible, you can't even see it. And I think I enjoyed it. Now, of course, we just hope there's no troll. Let me just first of all see if I've marked a troll. There's a barrow. Now, they take a long while to, like, you know, reforge again. Yeah, we'll call it forge. Now, we're looking for copper. Alright. Now, these guys are a little bit stronger. Some of these guys, anyway. But yeah, you know, you get hit on them and run away. Hitting them and run away. It's like... Now, I'm using this thing, but actually, the better weapon is... Oh, there is a flipping great big troll coming. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not even entertaining that troll. And I haven't got anything to entertain him with anyway. Because those guys, for something being slow, move at incredible speed. It's a good job they don't regenerate their memory, isn't it? So we're looking now for copper. Although I haven't built a smelter yet, so why are you doing it? Oh, that's my business. It's because, you know, we're going to need it at some point. And we're going to need all these flowery things, because, you know, cooking is all the thing now, you know, since, you know, Breath of the Wild came up and said, you know, we got to cook things and make special meals. You know, everybody else is doing it in the whole world now. Although they, you know, they did do it before, but obviously it's become like the buzzword now. Well, Breath of the Wild did it. That got 10 out of 10 rave reviews, you know, all this kind of stuff. Well, you know, Every developer now has got a copy of it. So in RPGs now, there's all about food, even though it was never there before. Right, here comes one of these gigantic minuscules, and I couldn't block that because I've got to have my shield on, because it takes a long time to go over there, do that, press a button, and then it to come up. So cooking is all the rage now. It's more important now than it ever was in gaming before, because you know, it's a very successful game, did it, and suddenly we're all on the bandwagon. Alright, here it is. Alright, copper. Now immediately you get copper, first thing you do, as long as there's nothing around, is mark it, because you want to know where it is next time. So I'm going to put cop. And if it's a big load of copper, I'd sometimes put a big cop. Right, so I'm going to go with this thing. Now, this may ruin my voice now, because it may kind of, you know, this is so loud, even though I got it down to like 20%, you probably still hear a whacking great noise. So this is why I've turned it right down, because, I don't know, some things in this game seem incredibly noisy. That took a long time. And a tip that I heard, because you need tips in this game, because it's so incredibly hard, is stand on the copper, you get more, and if you don't stand on the copper, so doing it from the ground and then hitting it, that isn't so effective apparently. So, you know, and you have a job getting up, it's slippery as, I don't know, it's ice I think, I don't think it's butter, you know. Butter? Copper. Copper. Yeah, so, and then this will give us better weapons, which I think actually, oh here we go. So by the time I've done that, it's too late up in it. So here they come now, in all their, you know, able to launch me in like 2 minutes. Now this is the spitter here, right? Roll out of the way of him and do that, because this guy will, your health will drop faster than a cyclone ripping your head off. Now the trouble is having this shield is, you can't run away very fast, so, you know, block it, right, sends him backwards so you can't hit him. That's a bit annoying, and suddenly the magnetism's gone. You see what I mean? So you gotta save, log out. You see what I mean? These little tiny things bug us players. Right? Little things like this is very annoying. Sometimes sleeping in the bed does it. But this is what stops this game being a 9 out of 10 instead of a 7 out of 10. Or in my case, a 6 out of 10, because we're not quite sure. Okay, and then suddenly, you know, all the magnetism's back. You know, this is far quicker than I'm going to pick up, bitter by bitter. And as you know, you need a lot of this stuff. 9 times out of 10, by the time you get across to there and click on your weapon, it's too late, you've already been hit. Now if I've got to run away, that's when I'll enact the power, because that's the only time I found it to be effective, this power, is when you're running. Oh, there's a hell of a well met over there. It's a long time just breaking this, doesn't it? Slightly overboard on the actual sound, isn't it? It's like some things are incredibly high, other things are incredibly weak. Like us, for instance. Well, I'm going to keep on you know, wincing. Right, now, to also, I can hardly pick up anything. Although, if I get rid of most of that, although good luck trying to throw this away when you've got no slots. Oh, hang on then. And then you've got to, like, hold right trigger to throw as opposed to left trigger. Yeah, it's kind of, do you know, I don't know about you, but I find that very confusing. Right, which is the that's stone. I don't want to pick up stone, but I want to pick up the other stuff, the copper. Right, so I realise now that night's coming. It's very dangerous, but on a Natalie special ability, thank you so much for allowing me to run faster and jump. It's got to be useful when you're running. Would have loved a something else now. Creepy music's coming, so now really got to get it. Now after all this work that I've done, all this bashing I've been doing, and this is incredibly slow, because even when you get a bronze one, it don't get any better. It still takes several mighty hits to penetrate this caterpillar, but your stamina going up is slower than a snail walking on ice. You know, you can't hurry this up. You know, maybe on level 50, you know, when you're beating the last but one boss, maybe this goes a bit quicker. But in a minute, I seem to be doing nothing. Wow, that took a long time to break through that sinister nightmare. So by the time you do this lot and hit those two buttons, but you know, I'm just going to run here because there's no point me at all trying to fight these things in the pitch black. Just run for it, because you know, I'm just headed for the house and hoping that I don't walk straight into a troll, otherwise I'm probably dead. I'm just going to get the fridge out of here, although it could be down a mighty steep cliff, so I've got no chance because I can't see a Charles Dickens lunch here. Alright, okay, what do you want? I'm trying to get a bed, man. All needs to be refined in the smelter. Hang on, I'm in trouble here. See, I can't, look, because I'm in halfway through an animation, I can't hit anything. What is it with games, you know, I can stop myself if I do, you know, in real life, if I go to hit something, I can stop myself. Why is it in games we can't stop ourselves from doing an animation? I'm going to set the spawn point and go start to you might go to sleep, this is annoying. See, they invent these little things to make it really difficult, which aren't there. I know what you're saying. Well, it's not based on real life, Ray. It's based on fiction. Well, if that's fiction, you can stick it. So after all that, I got 10 measly things, and it takes 2 of those to make 1 copper. So this is called grind. Alright, so it's a very slow, long grind in this game, and that's what put me off Ark, was the incredible slow grind. And it seems to be a thing in games now to make it incredibly slow. And I'm not a big fan of incredibly slow. It should be slow enough, but not ridiculous to the point where it's annoying. And if, you know, my stamina, I'd be lucky if I get across the river. I mean, people swim the channel, for goodness sake. And you can't swim across that. You try swimming across that when you're close to death. Although it's probably in real life you have a job as to do it. But look, it's like, this seems to be just as slippery when it's wet as it is in the dry. You know, Breath of the Wild got it right. You know, when it's wet, it's harder to get up a hill. But on here, it's like harder to get up a hill where it's dry or wet. I know, obviously, you know, Breath of the Wild is, you know, 10 out of 10 and, you know, hit all the accolades left, right and centre until they couldn't listen anymore. But, you know, that's beside the point. I'm trying to get across an argument here and failing. You You know, I'm trying to give it a little bit of fun as well. Yeah, the mic keeps moving. That's the only trouble with whipping it around my neck. Is, you know, it decides to move around a bit. I swear it's got life of its own, these headphones. I mean, have they got automatic levels on them? Right, let's, have I got anything? No, alright. Okay, so we come back here. And we got some copper, you know, great. What do we do with that? Right, okay, well we can't do anything. That's the first thing, is you can't. Right, now let's not be silly, Ray. Let's not be silly. Now they're always fighting those creatures, so you'll have enough of this stuff to last you 1 billion years, alright? Although that may be slightly over the top. Eventually I will put little signs on here which tells me what's in them. But at the moment I haven't got enough. So I'll put the blueberries in there. Why did I make all these? I don't know, Ray, why did you make all those? I know. It's because, you know, I get confused when I go over here. You know, it says, you know, upgrade. I sometimes can't tell which one it's on because apparently I'm colourblind. I've got to switch around. I've got to go around 4 times just to get this. So I think I don't need all these, do I? Right, all the clubs. I found the clubs a complete waste of time. Throw them away. People say this is good against a skeleton. No, it's not. I've tested it. It's no good against a skeleton. Alright, I've tested it. Believe me, it doesn't work. It's useless. The axe is the best weapon in the game because of it staggers, so you can get 2nd and 3rd hits in. Alright, so go for the mace. Do not go for an axe, a sword, or anything else. Go for the mace. That's the best weapon. Anything which does stagger is the best weapon in this game because of the way of the mechanics. Alright? Don't worry, I haven't finished yet. Right, and then we'll throw the puke berries. Apparently, I think that's supposed to do something when you're poisoned. That's the only thing I can think of here is allows the consumer to quickly evacuate any misplaced meal and start anew. Now, does that just mean a meal only? What if you were poisoned? You know, that's what I'm wondering. But it could be that you've accidentally taken something which is poisonous. So I'll read it that way. And try and understand that. Right, okay. I don't know about you, but I feel like a packed lunch. Because that health's never going to go up in 1 billion years if I don't. And then we'll see how long it takes. Even though I'm rested, I'm by a fire, right, I'm rested, I'm sat on a carpet, right, let's see how long that takes to go up. Oh, it went out once. Right, but see how slow that is? How long is this taking? Right, it went up 2 in what? 2 minutes? And that's when you're rested, comforted. Comfort level of 5, and it goes up that slowly. You got to be kidding me, mate. Right, anyway, let's get serious. Right, okay. I'll tell you what helmet would come in handy, wouldn't it? 6 of those. Wow, we only got 6. Is that 6 or 5? It looks like 5. Alright, we ain't got it. Alright. Bit naff. Okay, now apparently, now we can do a boat. Let's test this theory. Because I didn't get it come up. Because supposedly after the first one... Oh no, it's after the second one, yeah, sorry, it's after the second one. Don't lie, it's my fault. So, Raft, yeah, don't bother with it. Don't bother. Don't entertain it. It's useless. Trust me, I know. So what I'm going to do is, I got 5 cores, so I'm going to build that and create a load of coal. Although, you know, I'm very good at burning the food, so that's probably a better option. So, what was it? Stone? Oh, I got any stone. Oh, hippo. Well, I ain't got any stone. Blimey. Alright, well, we'll do some stone. We've now got the pickaxe. So let's go and get a bit of stone. Well, it could take a while to crack through this. You counting? It's called slow progression, everybody. See what I mean? See how many times have I hit it? Oh, it's broke. Oh, okay. Why is it? I mean, Breath of the Wild had, you know, everybody hated the, oh, don't tell me I can't repair it. Are you kidding me? Did it repair it? Oh, it did. Oh, that's gone a bit slow. I'm still not through this yet, by the way. If you think you know. Right, oh no, still not through it. It's called slow progression, everybody. Oh, don't worry, I'll keep going on about it as long as this game is out and it keeps doing this. I should be criticising it, don't worry, because this is called very slow progression to the point where it's annoying. I know what you're all saying. Don't play it, Ray. That's a good point, actually. Good point. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. That was it. Actually, I like. That Raft is getting me down, man. You don't get much better when you get the bronze one. And apparently, when you get a bronze weapon, and then you got to the iron one, apparently it doesn't, you know, say you leveled up, say, twice on a bronze weapon, right? You get it in iron, and immediately the very first iron one is worse than the second level bronze one. I don't know about you, but I think iron's a lot stronger than bronze. Even if it was, you know, even if it was level 4 on bronze, the iron would still be, you know, better. Bronze is not that hard at all. Anyway, it's just a mechanic. Don't worry about it. Right. Let's see. What can I do? So we're going to do this. Alright? We need 5 circling cores. Right? Which I just so happened to have. I was dead lucky. Went into one early when I shouldn't have done. And managed to do it. By some mysterious understanding of life. The universe and everything. Right, okay. 5 circling cores. What was the other one? I don't know. Okay, right, okay, we're going to put this outside, because it's too big to go inside. These things always are. Right, yeah, I admit I'm in a little bit of a dodgy spot here, whereas, you know, should be a little bit more straight here. Where's the bit where you stick the stuff in? Oh, there it is. Can't see with all the flaming grass. I'll tell you what I'll do, I've got a good idea. What's that, Ray? I'm going to level the ground. No. Yeah. I'm going to level the ground so it's all one level, right? Right, all the way out there. So I presume this is giving me stone, or is it taking it away? Not quite sure. Apparently if I'm on this height, you know, it produces it that height. So we need a big area, because they're always gigantic, these things that you've got to get. They're always enormous. You know, it's not quite Ark standard, you know, where they're gigantic. But, you know, they're always, you know, far bigger than they should be. Well, I don't know, it could be true to life. I mean, if so, you know, I apologise for that. Right, okay, we'll whip it down here somewhere. You know, eventually I'll build a wall around it, something, you know. Just to give me something to do. Right, and then we stick a load of wood in it. Alright, and then we just let that burn all night. have some coal here already, so I'll pick that up. I've got a load of stone now, so I'll whip that into something stony. Do another chest, really. I'll whip half of that out. I don't need much of that on me. And there it is. Oh yes. The sound of things being made is extremely loud in this game. It is very, very loud. I've never known it so loud. You know, I've got to turn right down. See how loud that is? Dropped out. Just a bit of coal dropped out. Now, if I go into settings and I go to audio, well, I've got the level turned down, about what? Almost a third there? Got effects volume down to that far, right? And yet it's still loud. I've got music turned down to that, and it's loud. I'll save it, So yeah, so some things seem to be incredibly loud for some reason. I'm going to pick these up a minute and just dispose of them. Because they're all, slightly overdid it on that. See how far this goes. Because these are a waste of time. I didn't need those. I don't know why I made them. I'm an idiot. I can't read the instructions. Right, so now we've done that, our next goal. How long have you been going, Ray? Well, I think you've been going an hour and a half. Actually, I've been going an hour and a half. I think that'll probably do for today. Let me check the time. Well, 109 minutes. What's that, Ray? Work it out. Hour and a half plus another 10. Okay. Might be 11 actually. Alright. Alright, so I've probably gone too long. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is next time we're going to go to this area here. Alright. Because it's got to be in the Black Forest. Right, so we're going to kind of expand out something around here. And maybe down here. Alright. I think there's a Black Forest over here. I mean, that could be. But it don't look like a forest. So I'm going to kind of expand it. And along these shores inside the Black Forest area, because it won't be on the meadow bit, we'll find some tin. Once we have some tin to go with this copper, then we can make some of this bronze, right? Which will be slightly better than what we already got, because that's how it works. So I think that'll do for now. I'll put the coal in there, and we'll let that build up. And then once we've done that, once we've got a nice bit of coal, say maybe all that 25, I will knock that down, get the resources back, and then we'll build the smelter alongside it, right? Because the smelter, I think, is the same kind of thing. Yeah, 5 and 20. So with the, what we get for that, we can just build the other one, and then you can just swap between two. That saves you getting 10 turtle things. Alright, so I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Sorry if I'm whinging a bit, but it's that sort of game where it constantly, is hammering away at you the whole time, saying, "Oh God, please, you've got to put up with this, unfortunately, to progress." So we got, unfortunately, I'm going to find this game very annoying. And I know you're saying I shouldn't play it, but the trouble is, there's good things in it which wants me to start playing. So it's a constant fight between, do I play it or do I, throw it in the bin? It's like that, this game, unfortunately, which is a little bit of a shame. I have some cheese there. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take my money out of there, because I don't want nobody else getting any. So I can take a bit of this honey and put it in the food slot. And then I'll put the money over there, which is a little bit more important. Okay, I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Sorry about if I'm complaining about this game, but it's that kind of game where the mechanics are so strange, the progression is so slow. It's going to make some people whinge, I'm afraid. That is the kind of game it is. It's just, it's a little bit of a shame, because that kind of ruins the experience a little bit for me. And I'm funny like that. I'm easily ruined. I'll see you all next time. So Mr. Longbeard or Horgaz, I'll see you all next time, and guess what? Oh, wait a minute, there's a deer there. I better take this opportunity while I got a chance. And watch this for a shot. Ready? Got to be slightly to the right, and it tends to veer off to the left. Right, that was a good way to finish. I'm incredibly accurate in this game. You know, if you see past the the flaws, which is in that you've got to aim to the right a bit because it goes to the left for some reason. Then you can become a superb shot in this game. I'll see you all next time, and guess what? What? I'm very hungry, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Bye. Sorry about the having a go. Sorry, developers. It's a really good game. Just fixed a couple of bugs. And slow, very slow progression. I'll be very happy then. You're not going to? Alright, that's fair dues. Alright, that's your choice. Alright, okay, I'll put up with it then.